Hello, hello. Good morning. Wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Like in my place here in Malaysia, it's evening. So my name is DEPHY, and I'm really excited to have this opportunity, to be in this conversation and to have a little chit chat with everyone at this time of the year. We've just had a wonderful festive season here in this part of the world. And I'm really, really excited, to be able to still be discussing, having great conversations on three. So, my background, let me introduce myself a little bit. My background is in technology. And, over the many years, I'm a traditional business owner. I built a business in technology services and in consulting. And I guess what people really don't know when it comes to consulting work is that you have a project for a period of time, and then you have to find a new client, and you keep going from one project to the other and client to another client. So three is a really, really exciting opportunity and a platform. I came across wonderful leaders, people whom I've never actually had met in the space of corporate, who are very real and very genuine, and all these things brought me here into three. So over the next few minutes, I'd like to share with you the things that I see, the things that I've learned, and the kind of the space of what three is all about. So give me a minute here. I'm just going to bring up my slide. Yeah, give me a moment. Give me a moment here. So let me talk a little bit around the company. And three is a very young company, and it's come around as a result of a group of people who saw the different kind of world that we're going to live in the post-COVID era. And they've come around to provide, to come together to kind of create a different way for people to be and to live, right? So what I like to say about three is that we're all entrepreneurs on the move, right? So globally, we're a community, and we get together because we have a common purpose, a common vision, and a common direction. And there's something that we love. We are like-minded in so many ways. Doesn't matter where we are. And we are all entrepreneurs on the move, right? We're being excited about growth and opportunity. So we came together, as a group of people who saw the opportunity to collaborate and to contribute to one another's growth. The company is called Three, and right at the center of three, the foundation of three is based on three pillars, which is the people, right? This company works together closely with every single one of us entrepreneurs on the move, and building the company through collaboration and efforts with its people, the community. The company Three also has a very clear purpose, which is that Three is very focused on the well-being of every individual, right? Not just within the community, but also expanding its community to people outside of its current community, right? And the third most important thing about Three is that it offers the opportunity of a platform, right? So this is something that's really interesting. So what we have in our hands is the chance to offer health to ourselves and to our friends, as well as to offer wellness, and also to offer an e-commerce platform. So the third piece here is platform, where we come together, we collaborate, and we are able to get together on this platform, and connect with other entrepreneurs around the world. So this is a really, really exciting time. I come from a background of technology, so when we talk about connecting people, it's a really, it's a really big thing, yeah. Being able to connect with people globally, and of course, to the little that I know about technology, I'd like to, point out that our CEO is someone who's extremely successful. He has bought and sold. He has sold companies before. He's created and sold, e-business companies before. And Daniel Pico, he is on the management team, right? A great guy, a guy with a really big heart. And I love just listening to him, right? Now, on our management team, and I think one of the few rare companies that actually has the innovator, the formulator, the chief scientific officer, who is on the management team, and he is with the company full-time. And that's a really, really exciting proposition. For myself to be aligned with a company like Three, where they actually have the key personnel on the job full time. There's also Troy Moore. I had a chance to meet up with Troy when he was here in Asia in April in 2023. And, he's the guy who's in charge of logistics. And already Three is, doing really well in Asia, right? We've got distribution arms in 15 countries, and a large part of that is in many countries in Asia. So on the management team, Three has a very strong experience, to be running a company that's suitable for entrepreneurs, right? So it's really exciting. So what is the mission of Three? And what Three offers and its objective, or we call it a mission, is enabler. Is an enabling platform for each of us to go out and to do something more and to have something more and to be something more than we used to be, right? So for me, what that means is, looking for an opportunity is one thing, but having it in the hands, right? And being able to do something with it. And I think that's what the mission of Three is all about, right? Having this opportunity and being able to take it and live it. So it's really, really exciting. As a business person, I have opened businesses in several, in at least 2 countries, and that was really hard. But Three already at its really, really young age, of just about a year, right? They launched in May in 2023 last year in the US, and in June in Hong Kong, and already the company is shipping to customers in 15 countries. That's a really, really exciting proposition. So kudos to the management team. I mean, it's really amazing. And this is just phase 1 of the development and growth of the company, right? Really exciting time. Now, what is, when we talk about the company, people would say, I always get questions around what is the sign, what is Three all about, right? What makes you different? And, often, people have certain perceptions or misconceptions around, what they hear is products or wellness. And, what I love to tell people is that, hey, you know what? We're a science and a science and a modern science company in food tech and biology, right? And it's really amazing, plant biology, because Dr. Dan Gubler, the company, explores, curates, and focuses on high absorption rate of the nutrition of its of the wellness products, right? So right at the center of it, Dr. Dan Gubler, our chief scientific officer, he's right at the, he's the guy behind the formulating of these highly absorbable products. He's got 15 years in cellular absorption formulation. He's got patents granted and pending. And you know what? He's with one of the 2 top universities in the world with PhD, and he holds a PhD in organic chemistry. So yeah, I mean, it's really, really fascinating to know that someone of such caliber, of such background with this kind of success is truly a part of the management team in Three. And together with him, every great scientist comes with, a group of people who want to stay together and want to continue working on great products. And there is a scientific advisory board of Three. And these are the doctors and professionals, right, who come and work or is part of the scientific advisory board. And you might think to yourself, well, how much are they getting paid, right? Do they get paid? And you know what? Dr. Dan Gubler tells us they're getting paid. He doesn't, the scientific advisory board doesn't receive an income from three. Wow. So, there must be something amazing that makes them want to be a part of three. And I'm really fascinated with that, right? That we have some of the best professionals as well as the best invention and someone who's a formulator of fantastic products to be in the company. The company has a really strong background and a foundation. So that takes us to the next question, for me, when I first heard about all of this, okay, fine, company's great. Takes us to the next question, which is really, well, what are those products about? What is it that Three makes and what is it that Three is selling to its customers? What do your customers love about you? So here's really, really exciting, but as I go out and speak to my friends, because in the world of wellness, what I do is I really share some of these ideas or products or technology with my friends. And the very, very first thing that I do say to them is that all of these products of Three, there are only 6 products in Three, and all of these products are sitting in the physician desk reference, right? The products are something that doctors and medical professionals are actually able to recommend to their patients, even though Three makes supplements, right? So this is just supplements, but they're of a quality that medical professionals can actually, recommend it to their patient. And that's really, really amazing. To me, that is an attestation of quality and an attestation of standard. And I'm really proud, to be a part of something that has, caliber, good caliber. And, right now we're the only company that has all our products, all 6 products in the physician desk reference, right? So it's known as a PDR.net. It's online, and you can look it up, all 6 products. Now, what are these products? Let me just kind of walk through very, very briefly. What are the products that Three offers? And why is it that in the 15 markets, Three is a company that is growing so rapidly and expanding, and people are excited about Three? So let me just get into this a little bit, right? So out of the 6 products, let me work with the first one, Vitality. And, this is, well, there's many ways of pronouncing it. So I'm not very French, I'm very Asian, so I'm just going to say Vitality. And the key thing I learned about Vitality as a multi-food product, as a superfood product, is that it'll take 3 to 4 different generic products to have the same amount of content that Vitality has. Wow. So, when I first consumed Vitality and I was taking, I've been taking the products for myself and I've had a lot of benefits from it. And what I love about Vitality is it gives me energy for the day and mental clarity for the day. So, it's fantastic because Vitality promotes heart, brain, and eye health, as well as promoting cellular energy. And what that really means is it's causing the cells to be more, active and burning up the sugar in the blood. And that's great, right? Because, it kind of like at the age that I'm in, it sort of takes a lot more to burn food that I eat. And so I love Vitality. I've been on it for coming to 3/4 of a year now. And I love the product. Now, another product that's really, really exciting, is collagen. And when I first heard about collagen, I thought, another skin product, really? But you know what? What I found out about collagen is that it helps the body to produce natural collagen. And that's fascinating, right? Because, the aging process takes away the body's ability to produce its own natural collagen. And so there'll be some issues with the joints. There'll be, some issues with muscle elasticity, and even, the brain cells, right? The brain, right? The brain activity, right? And what I found out, what I learned from Dr. Dan Gubler is that, with a product like collagen, it helps with the skin, yes, absolutely. But it also assists the joints, the cells and the muscles, and, feeling really, really good. And There have been great results with people who've had better hair growth, hair and nails, right? And it's really amazing. So yeah, you know, what I had initially as a first impression of collagen and what I know of it, it's amazing, right? It's one of the amazing products. Now here's Adrenal. This is an antioxidant product, and you know, people call antioxidants a reverse aging product, which is fascinating. So, you know, when I speak with my friends, and you know, I think some of them are saying, you know, I'm not feeling so good today. Oh, I need some emotional, mental balance, some mood balance. I'm a little off. You know, one of the best things that one could do is to take antioxidant products. And what better product than a product like Eternal that has extremely high absorption rates, right? So aside from the fact that all these products are already sitting on the physician desk reference, they are high quality, they're also highly bioavailable, right? And it promotes health and longevity. And, you know, it also neutralizes the free radical. For me personally, it's a fantastic, it tastes great, you know, but more importantly, taking resveratrol gives me that, you know, that feeling of being a little more happy on a daily basis, and it keeps the mood balance in a good space, right? Now, Revive, anti-inflammatory product. I love Revive. It's one of my core products, you know, and on top of that, I tell all my friends about it simply because it helps with the inflammation. And you know how this works is that, I mean, aside from the obvious parts, when I'm exercising and I'm getting muscle stiffness, I'm getting getting recovery very fast. But more important than that, I know that I've stopped taking, you know, pain medication for things like migraine, because I've really just replaced that with Revive, right? When it's really too hot in Asia, it gives me a headache, it gives me a migraine. So instead of taking, you know, pain relief for migraines, I'm actually taking Revive, which is a plant-based nutrition product, right? And it's highly absorbable. And I've just gone from synthetic to real products, right? Plant-based molecules. And that's really amazing. So yeah, you know, that's been a huge change in my life. Purify, another product that, you know, for me is you know, I talk about Purify from its ability to eliminate heavy metal toxins. When I learned that, you know, the 3 has a product that actually does 2 things. It eliminates heavy metal toxins from the body. And you know, and having learned that it actually comes out in a very natural way, that's really amazing, right? Because some of the stuff that we consume sticks around and it doesn't know how to leave the body naturally. And with some help like Purify, you know, it actually you know, gets removed from the body very naturally. But guess what? I've got a couple of you know, friends or team members or part of my local community who've taken 3 products, especially Purify, and they've lost something like 6 kilos in, you know, in a couple of months, right? 3 kilos a month sort of thing, and very naturally too. So yeah, it helps support a healthy weight. So that's I think such a big bonus. And you know, the last of the 6 products at this current time is Immune. And there's been a lot of fantastic, you know, fantastic feedback about the products. And the core function of Immune is the ability to stop viruses from having this conversation and then replicating rapidly and overwhelming the body. And so what does that mean for me? You know what? I've not been sick. You know, I've not had viral thingies. I've not, you know, been sick since I started on the 3 products. Now, that sounds far-fetched to you, but you know what? Speaking to other people as well who I meet at events or conventions, or even my team members, well, they're not getting as sick too, and they're able to not be sick from, you know, things that are passing around in the air, right? So that's really amazing. Yeah, it helps the body with a healthy immune system. So these are the 6 products. But then again, what's really special about these products? Here's what it is. The products have clinical testing. that shows that for every dollar that you spend on 3 products, you're able to get back between 3 to 9.5 times of absorption ability of the good stuff that's in this. I mean, like, think about it, right? You're spending money on, wellness supplements or whatever it is that you're taking to kind of feel better. But guess what? With 3 products, you're able to 3 times that, or even 9 times that, right? Between 3 to 9 times that compared to external products. Why? Because the center of 3 technology is really about its absorption. And when I learned about that, that was a really fascinating conversation. It was like, sort of like you get this like, it's like, it's like that moment, right? Where you learn, oh, that's why I've been feeling so good, because I've been absorbing all this good stuff, right? So yeah, that's one of the, at the very center of the technology of 3 products, yeah? Now, and here's another thing, a very recent report, and also a very exciting one, is the fact that the 3 products have a report, a study was done that shows that the products helps your genes, helps our genes, our genetics, our genes to behave correctly and well. I mean, I used to think, and doctors at one stage were telling me, oh, whatever your parents have as a disease, you gotta be careful, because you know what? Some of it is genetic. If your parents have it, you're gonna have it too. And I'm like, okay, so you come to an age where you just like go do a lot of tests for like every 2-3 years, right? And you know what? What I've learned out of this report is that good nutrition through very good quality products like 3, what it does is it helps the body maintain the genetic function in a way that it's supposed to, right? So either the genes are up-regulating correctly and down-regulating correctly. For example, it would up-regulate energy production, gives you more energy. It would down-regulate inflammations, like stops the body from being inflamed in swellings in different parts of the internal body, right? So that's really, really amazing. 6 things: maintain the antioxidant system, healthy blood sugar and insulin levels, as well as promoting clarity of thinking, right? Cognitive function. And there's a report on this, and I'm fascinated, right? To know that science and research and work that Dr. Dan Gubler is doing with the products is helping us not just to be well today, but to be well for much longer space down the road, and to know that a lot of the things that, for me, I worry about because it's supposedly genetic, your parents have it, you're going to suffer from it too. Well, that's kind of, that worry is kind of really gone off the top of my head. So that's really, really cool, right? So yeah, these are, some of the really exciting things. And that brought me to the conversation at that time when I, learned about the products. I thought, oh, great, I'll be a consumer. But then again, what is behind all of that, right? So as a person who's been in business for a lot of years of my life, and also, being in technology and in consulting, one of the things I really, look forward to is the ability to build a longer lasting business, something that'll persist for, many years to come. And, given that the effort I put in now will accumulate and bear some fruit down the road, right? So let me, tell you what it is that brought me here into 3. So, 3 has 2 types of income. Well, there's many, 7 different types of income, but essentially, they have linear income and there is leverage income. So, linear income means, effort result, gains some money, right? A little bit of effort brings in some money. But leverage income is really the kind of income that I never had in consulting because, customer to customer to customer. And that was really hard, right? That I couldn't leverage anywhere. But in 3, there's an opportunity to build a leverage income. Let me get into that in a little bit. So for linear income, all of us have a website. And as an entrepreneur in 3, if you choose to be a part of 3, you get your own website too. And on your website, if your friend or somebody from the, chooses to buy some products from your website, you would earn 25% of the retail commissions of the product. And this is available currently in North America, which is USA and Canada, right? So that's really easy. Like, think about it, right? Like, wow, I got my own website to do a business, right? In 3, right? It's a replicated website, and the company takes care of the content, the pricing, the payment gateways, and all I gotta do is share the website. And if I share it with someone in the US and Canada and they actually buy retail products, I make 25%. But you know what? There's also Asia. And out in Asia, people want to buy wholesale price. And so, for only $30 a year, they pay $30 for that website, and they're able to buy products at wholesale price for the whole year. Now, my friends love to buy products at wholesale price, and they want to make some money. So what is it? What's available for them? So on their website that they share with their friend, what happens is their friends could choose anything, pre-ready-made packages from intro to a pro pack, anything between $200 to $2,300 products, right? A package of products, which for the first time and one time only is below wholesale price. And the person, the website, the person who owns the website, if that was you, you'd make between $25 to $350 when that sale goes through, the money's in your wallet. That's really, really exciting, right? And this is, again, I think a very rewarding exercise, right? Because your friends can come in anything between $200 to $2,300, and they can choose, and you'd still get rewarded. Now, what happens is, what if your friends got really excited about the business and they wanted to go out and do something and earn some money for themselves? Or maybe they love the products and wanted to share it with some other friends. You know what? This is where your leverage income starts to build up, right? So you're sharing it with a friend, a couple of friends, and your friends take it out and go share it with other people. And, after 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, it could spread anywhere in those 15 countries, right? And on top of that, it could go many, many generations deep. Your friends' friends and friends' friends' friends, right? Could go like really, really, really deep. And you know what? This is when you start earning team commissions. All the products and the packages come with points, right? It's like, everybody's credit card spending in the organization, in your organization, is going to result in you being able to generate those points, and those points are going to be converted into US dollars. And here's what really happens, right? The company pays 35 US dollars each time they see a points pair of 300, 600, or 600, 300. But here's, if I remove all that jargon, here's what it really means, right? For me, I get the ball rolling, talk to a few friends, and a few friends have got some people in some countries, and then go talk to some people in some countries. And you know what? After a while, I could get up in the morning on a Sunday or whatever day, and I have some $35 in my back office because somebody told somebody when I was asleep. And the system takes care of all that calculation and all that, all that math at the back, right? And it keeps generating $35 cycles each time that something happens that's really, really amazing, right? As an entrepreneur previously, this couldn't happen in the weekends. But for me now, with an e-commerce platform like 3, this is entirely possible. And it's global, seamless. It could happen in any of the 15 countries and more countries coming. And on top of that, it happens infinitely deep. So, you'll be earning $35 per cycle. And you know what? The company pays 500 cycles per week, which is like, $17,500 per week. So that's quite a lot of cycles. But there are already some people who are, kind of really earning those number of cycles, right? A week. So it's really amazing. If you have 10 customers, the company bumps up your $35 to $45 and 600 cycles a week. That's really amazing. So team commissions is where leverage is the beginning of leverage income. And here's the other part, right? I mean, in this business, one of the things I've learned in business is that loving people and wanting to work with people, being a part of a team is a very important thing for me. I've loved to always be a part of a group of people, right? And what that essentially means, right, having even built my own business those days, it also means helping other people to be successful. And this is perfect because in this company, if you could help one of your friends to be successful, and they earn some US dollars, maybe $100 or a couple of $100 the company pays you a check match of 20% of what your first generation earned. Think about it, right? Like you're helping someone, you're giving them some time, you're sharing information, you're helping them build knowledge. And as they get paid, you're getting paid 20%. And then for their from their friends, which is your second generation, you're getting paid 15%. And then 10% on the next generation, and 5, 5, 5 all the way down. Now, this is really amazing because you know what? This is called the leadership matching bonus, and it rewards you for the quality and the effort and the time you've taken to help, to show, and to bring people together in, as part of your organization. It's really amazing. And this is another of the leverage income streams, right? It's really amazing. So the global leadership bonus pool is when people get to the, by getting to the 4-star director rank or higher, the company takes 3% of its sales for that week. And by the way, we all get paid every week. I love it. I love it. You get paid every week. 3% is taken and shared with people or people who have actually reached 4-star director and above in accordance with the size of their organization. That's pretty cool, right? And along the way, here's one thing I want to say, right? Like, very often, one of the things is to be rewarded each step of the way. And in 3, there is also the reward certs. Becoming a 1-star rank is $100 reward certs, or 200 or 300, or up to 500, and then tokens, and then cash bonuses when reaching the diamond, gold diamond, crown diamond, and royal crown diamond, right? So receive between 50,000, 100,000, or 250,000 one-time cash bonuses for reaching those ranks, right? That's really, really, fascinating, because one of the things about entrepreneurship is to get rewarded more when you build bigger teams and more successful. And, this is a really exciting space to be in, right? So what is it, right? If you're speaking with a friend and your friend says to you, how do I get started, right? What do I do? So I say to my friend, you know what? Do what I do, which is, get a package, right? You pay $30 and get wholesale for the whole year, get your own replicated website, and get your own package and get into business, right? Become a brand ambassador. That's a fast way to do it. And you can choose between $200 to the $2,300 package. All packages allows you to earn all of the income that I mentioned earlier. And that's really fascinating. And for my business friends, what I tell them is, hey, look, if you're like me, you're a business person, what you want to do is to have a fixed cost business for the whole year. Here's how you do it. The Pro Pack is a fixed cost business for the whole year. For $2,300, you're going to get these number of products. You get a range of the products, or every cent of money that you put in, you get products. And on top of that, you would not need to purchase any additional products throughout the year. So that's really amazing. It's a fixed cost business, and you don't have to keep adding money to buy more products, right? And if your friend purchased the Pro Pack on your website, you're going to receive $350, for your efforts. And that's truly amazing. So for my business friends, I say to them, you know what, go Pro Pack. If money's not an issue, go Pro Pack, because that's where, it's really, it's really fun, right? So, and you've got enough products to try and to, share it with a few people, right? It's really, really cool. So over here, the timing of 3. And I want to talk a little bit about this. Very, very often, when being at the front end of a business opportunity, or being at the tail end of a business opportunity, has very, very different results. And I'm so glad, right, to be able to know of 3 just within months. Right now, we're just within months of its first ever launch, right? So we're in the formulation stage, and as we reach the concentration stage, and reaching into the momentum stage, that's when, there's an opportunity to grow with the company because, right, we're opening in so many countries. You can participate in the growth and be able to reap the benefits of the company having offices. And, I used to have offices in 2 countries. I had to open all my offices in 2 countries and put in all that money. But you know what? As 3 opens offices in each country, I have a business that has multiple offices in all these countries. So wow, like being a part of such a business is really fascinating. So, momentum is really what, is when you're going to see a huge, massive growth in the business. And we are just right at the beginning, and business is all about timing. So with that, I've come to the end of, a very quick conversation. What are some of the things that really brought me to 3, makes me excited about 3? And right now, I'd like to share, I'd like to bring on some friends, who I've come to know and come to respect in this industry. Some people I've met recently, but amazing people. So, and I'd like to invite them to share a little bit about their journey. So first, I'd like to invite someone who's been a traditional business owner and who's run, traditional businesses, who's been a professional in her own right. But today, she's looking at global business and being a part of 3. So with that, I'd like to welcome Miss Adelena Chong.
Hi. Hi, Devi. Thank you so much. It was an excellent presentation. It was really exciting to hear you speak so passionately. Thank you for that. And thank you for inviting me on this call today as well. So my name is Adelena. I am calling out from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. I have been a chartered accountant for the past 25 years and also a business owner. So I ran a traditional business in consulting, as well as in coaching, throughout. And we have clients that we work with throughout Asia Pacific. We startup entrepreneurs. So I'm very excited, to be in 3. So one of the things about where I am at and how I got into 3 is having that chance opportunity to meet the global visionary and industry leader, Kim Hui, sometime about 10 plus odd years ago. And that was my first foray into seeing something so different, when she was running a previous project. And it was very exciting, to see that. And at that time, I was on crossroads. It wasn't quite a time for me. I didn't have the foresight to actually really come into the project together with her previously, actively. But I saw how we kept being friends. I kept in touch together with Samson as well. And what I really saw, through their foray leadership and proven experience, in the previous project that they had run, is really, really fascinating, growing more than billion-dollar, organization in a very short period of time. So I was very excited when I received a call, from Samson, and, when he invited me, say, hey, Kim and I, we and a few other industry leaders, we're going to come on board, and onto a new project. It's going to be really big, and it's going to be bigger and better, than whatever we've done before. And it's going to be a legacy, project. And I was excited about it because as a traditional business owner, I have had, to do all the setup, right? To hire the right people, to train, the talents, and then having to have a lot of capital investment as well, into setting up offices, regulations, licensing, and so forth. And sometimes we have to, invest so much even before we actually even earn a single dollar from anything. And what I truly see, in 3 is that there is so much leverage right? Because for me, what I see is with just a very small sum of money, I can actually have a global reach, right? Because we're leveraging on so many things. Number one, we're leveraging on the technological platform that Three has with the foray of shipping taken care for us, all the entire operation is being run by experts, that have got many years of experience in running huge amount of transactions. Number two, with very little capital resources, I can actually just, with being a consumer of wonderful products that you have shared earlier, DEPHY, just with one or two products in a month is fixed cost. I can actually have that, the breadth of building, different countries at the same time. So I like what it is here, building together with different people in different countries, leveraging, the platform, the technology in terms of the science of the products, also meeting so many more new people, right, through the platform, working together collaboratively, having one system, in terms of the entrepreneurship, and the most important thing is the leadership, very magnanimous, people, who are open. We are all collaborating together, in so many countries together. And I think that is what is so fascinating for me. I have a great love, for working together with people and seeing people succeed. And, I am here, when I first graduated from university, I had this dream of building a global organization. And throughout my 25 years as a business owner, traditional business owner, I've never been able to do that. And, for me, seeing Three, the platform that it has with also a very great guidance, from proven leaders, for me, I am here and excited, to be building Three and achieving my dreams and purpose through Three.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Adelena. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for, thank you for coming on today and sharing your story. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Next, I would, the first time I heard his story, I thought, oh, wow, it's really interesting because his background's so different, but he jumped into entrepreneurship when he saw it. So please welcome Nilbert.
Hi, DEPHY. Thank you so much for having me today. It's always a pleasure to listen to your presentation. So thank you. Hi, my name is Nilbert. And so I have a background in the military, like DEPHY mentioned, something different, I guess. I finished a 22-year career in the US Navy. I retired a few years ago. And after retiring, when I was thinking of my next career, the two things that was really very important for me was I wanted to have my own time because I lost so much time when I was in the military away from family. And I want to do something that still gave me a sense of purpose. So I started some traditional businesses because for one thing, again, working for somebody else, I don't have control of my own time. So I decided to work for myself. And this is when, about a year ago now, this is when we believe that God stepped in and kind of pointed me in the right direction of where I should be. So my wife and I were on travel in the Middle East, and we both got very sick. Long story short, we were confined to our hotel, really bad symptoms, and we were in a foreign country, so we were not in a good place, right? One of our tour group members just offered me, hey, Nilbert, if you're open-minded, try these all-natural supplements and they may help you. So we did. And both to my wife and, my amazement, the very next day, half of our symptoms were gone. So it was something so mind-boggling for us. Like, how can something be so effective so quickly, right? When we both got back to the US, I looked into the company I looked into the science behind the product. I pretty much listened to a presentation, pretty much like what you did, Defi, and I learned about the whole thing about 3 International. And that's where I found my purpose. So fast forward to today, it's been almost a year now, pretty much, since I started on this journey. I do have several metabolical challenges. Medical conditions that I have to be on prescription medication for. And all I can tell you is that after, being almost like 4 months into taking all the supplements, my numbers started improving significantly. And then 8 months after, it continued to improve to the point where I'm working with my physician now. He just told me, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Basically, he said, I know these are just supplements, but it's pretty much when you put the right things in your body and your body can actually absorb them, good things start to happen. Your body's actually able to do what it's supposed to do. So I'm so glad I'm so blessed to have been given this opportunity. And all I want to do is share this with as many people as possible. So what I did, the first thing I did when I joined, I reached out to my best friend in the Philippines and told him all about it. And he became the first brand ambassador for 3 International in the Philippines. So now I'm even blessed to start a global business, trying to share this with as many people here in the US and with people all over, like in Asia right now. So I'm so glad to be able to have that opportunity. Thank you so much for having me here, Defi. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Nilbert. That was fun. I mean, it's like, global footprint from wherever you live, right? It's so amazing. Thank you. Thanks for that. Next, I'd like to bring up someone who's also done her own stuff, I think, for many years. And right now she's from the US. It's way early in the morning. I'd like to welcome Cori Ann. Hi, Cori Ann.
Hi, Debbie. Thank you so much for having me. It's super early here in Central California. The roosters are not crowing yet. It's not sunshine yet, but I'm excited to just be on here with you folks this evening. For wherever you're tuning in for, I want to say Gong Hei Fat Chai to you. Happy New Year. That's the extent of any Chinese I might know. But I'm really excited to just share with you my journey here with 3 International. I just had a monumental birthday. I just turned 59 years old. I'm facing the birth, what a blessing, of my 12th grandchild. My husband and I have been married for 7 years, and I've been in the legal industry for 35 years. So I work for a national law firm here in the United States, and it's a very rewarding career, but it's also very, I want to say, the ultimate pyramid, right? So my boss lives in Boca Raton, Florida, and the income that my branch of his business is destined to make is about $3 billion. And yet I won't see even 5% of that as an employee. And so that got to me thinking, what am I going to do when I'm 69 in 10 years? What will I be doing? I intend to be healthy, and I had gotten to the age where, supplements became important to me in my 50s. I had aches and joints and pains and pretty much lots of things that all of humanity is facing, with changes in my blood work and changes in how I was feeling, and like Defi explained, with digestion. And so I was looking for supplements. I knew that food no longer contained the nutrients, at least in America, that were beneficial for our bodies. It was more, food is now sold for the way it looks in our supermarkets. And so I was on a search, and I didn't want to take, as Defi was saying, anti-inflammatory medications that would affect my liver. As you get older, these things become more important to you. And I also felt trapped in my career, to be honest with you. It's very rewarding, like I said, but I felt trapped in the sense that there's really no way out. I'm on the hamster wheel, if you can imagine that metaphorically, of working for someone, clocking in, clocking out. And so being in traditional business has been a blessing. For those of you who are in traditional business, or even in entrepreneurship, where you have your own business, whether that be whatever that is, things were changing in my life. And I knew that every time I was buying something, now as a consumer, I was buying it from a referral, right? I would go to Yelp or an app and I would listen to what have people said. Or if I went to the Amazon platform, which is ingenious and worldwide now, I would look at the reviews of what people had said and I would make my purchase decisions based upon what someone else was telling me. I realized that industry was changing. After the pandemic, we've all experienced globally many shifts in our families, in our careers, in the economy globally. Things are just changing rapidly. And so as that started to shift, I began to see a trend toward, digital social e-commerce, where now when I would go on, a platform like Instagram, or I would go on TikTok or Facebook or something along those lines, something would pop up and someone would sell me lashes, or they would sell me a hair dryer, or it would be something for their home or an outfit. And I was realizing it was saying things like, shop here, click here, get your link, get your discount. But they were making a percentage of the order by being the marketing leg for these huge platforms like Amazon. And so that intrigued me. So combined with my desire and search for supplements that actually worked, that weren't synthetic and that weren't huge molecules that are, not absorbing into my body, and my desire for just freedom to be with my grandchildren and family and my future, I found 3 International. And I was grateful to be introduced at the time that it launched. And as soon as I met Kim Hui and Samson and my mentor, Amy Dunlap, I knew that it was different. The community here was different. As you're seeing here tonight, you're listening to the people share about just the joy of building globally with each other and coming together in community, which is something that never would have happened if we hadn't been introduced to this specific platform. And then coupled with the fact that 3 is global, seamless, as DEPHY was telling you, in 15 countries and shipping worldwide, and I'm getting a piece of that revenue as a consumer, sharing my testimony and my links. It's been very lucrative for my family, but it's also been very rewarding for me as well. It's given me a chance to dream again, if you will. The master distributor and I are similar in birthdays, and that's really inspired me to see that, my day has not dawned. My bell is not rung. I still have a chance to dream again and to think outside the box of go to work, do the family, do the thing. And I needed that. I really needed that. And I think that globally in humanity, no matter where you are in the world today and you're listening, it's the truth. We need to dream again. We need to think outside the box and do more things that we love and enjoy and are passionate about. And so 3 has become that vehicle for me, DEPHY. It's now become my escape plan from corporate America. So I'm not relying on, gone are the days with pensions and all these retirements as corporations continue to just try to survive. And so I'm excited about the business opportunity and what it's doing for my family and for the network that I'm growing for people who are also getting the dream and catching on. And of course, the product line's been amazing with proven testing and absorption. It's not just lip service that we're giving, but we can back up the talk with amazing formulations and ingredients. So that is my sharing. I want to thank you very much for having me today, and have a great evening, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Cori. And I love it. We all have to dream again. And thank you very much for being on the call with me. So for everyone who's on the call with me, if you're not yet in the system, make sure you go speak to the person who invited you, and ask them a little bit more questions, and find your own way to get into the system and be a part of this amazing conversation, this amazing like-minded community. And and we'll see each other at events. So with that, get back to the person who spoke with you, and thank you very much for being on this call with me for the last few minutes. Good night, and take care. Bye.